We're going to do a deal at 51%. Otherwise, we won't do it.
So yes, we were made a deal on Dragon's Den, but very fortunately I didn't take that deal, which is also why I have the opportunity to talk to you here today about the PeerFX opportunity. So before that deal, we did a lot of work. We went to various competitions across Canada and in the United States, where I think they did like us better because we placed first there. And since the Dragon's Den deal, what I've been doing is actually bootstrapping the business. Presenting with me, Julian Phipps, and he will say a few words about himself.
Thank you, Florence. As mentioned, I'll be leading PeerFX's efforts in the marketing and business development area. My educational background is in marketing and entrepreneurial management, and I bring over 8 years of experience from the financial industry, working with companies such as the Van City Group of Companies, Citizens Bank, and the credit union system, where I helped Central One with Q-Source, dealing with the board of directors in several different projects. In addition to that, I run my own successful marketing consulting business where I helped several startup businesses, as well as negotiated at the civic level as well. So with that, I'll turn things over to Florence. Thank you very much.
Also amongst us in the audience today, we have a few advisors that have contributed their time over the past couple months helping us develop. And we have Raymond Toe, who has spent hours refining our business strategy. We also have Eugene, who will be managing our development for both the core Forex system and the multi-currency system. And he was a past CIO at Custom House, our largest competitor in Canada. We also have Pierre, who brings a wealth of experience in online marketing, having been with Van City for over 10 years in charge of their online marketing efforts. So since that point in time, what we've been able to achieve in the past 10 months, a couple things I would like to highlight is with regards to our development, we have finished beta testing. We are generating a minimal amount of revenue at this point. In terms of our operations, we have managed to secure banking relationships that ensure our model is functional in North America. And we are also pursuing global banking partnerships to help us extend our reach when our multi-currency system is ready to go. And as I mentioned, we do have the best Forex team developing this product. Now, looking at the next slide, what we see are some very large numbers. This is because we're talking about the movement of money in the Forex market on a daily basis. $3 trillion is moved in the daily market. 1 trillion of that is in the spot market. And looking at that chart, drawing it out, we see that there's the yellow part and the green part. The yellow part are for the bright and happy people who get the access to the interbank rate. The 470 billion, that's where you and I fall. We don't exchange large volumes, and we don't get access to the interbank rate. And we stand to save an extra $1 if we go to PeerFX. So what we have built is a Forex solution for cost-conscious small to medium-sized enterprises. What we have developed is a peer-to-peer process that offers the interbank rate to all of our users. Well, of course, we have to take some sort of cut so that we have money to feed our team and also to keep the system running. So our revenue model is to take a transaction percentage fee each time. Today, the opportunity is to invest $1 million to build our multi-currency peer-to-peer system, which we expect to be generating $13 million within 24 months. These numbers are going to be accomplished by capturing 20% of the $27 billion small to medium-sized business transactions that take place annually between the US and Canadian market. So why do I think that small businesses such as me, well, maybe because I built it, so small businesses such as you sitting in the audience would use our service? Let's take a look at the micro level for each individual business. Let's say a small business transacts around $100,000 per month in currency exchange to pay off their suppliers or to pay off their employees across the border. They can go to the bank where they would need to pay 2 to 3% and possibly break a leg. But by coming to us, what they stand to save is up to 80%. And let's take a look at some very simple math. That can mean $2,000 per month, which totals up to $24,000 a year if you're doing this on a monthly basis. Now, I haven't met a small business owner that would say no to extra spending money. I wouldn't. And how about you in the audience today? Do you like some extra spending cash? Raise your hand. Anybody wants extra spending money? Rob. Okay, so we know that Rob is on board already.
So what we're going to see here is the question that we want to ask is how can we, I guess, what is our decisive advantage, right? The thing that makes PeerFX unique, I would say, is our peer-to-peer model. What we are able to do with the peer-to-peer model is eliminate two key things that banks as well as foreign exchange companies have to deal with. That's the exchange rate risk. So with it, obviously with currency, there's some exchange rate risk that's involved, and the currency holding risk. So anytime someone has physical cash, it's subject to rate fluctuations. Now, what does that mean for small businesses? So this is the people that we want to service, right? So we want to be able to give them cost savings, huge cost savings, especially in a time, economic time that we all know is very turbulent right now. That's going to be a key thing for these small businesses. Saving $24,000, a year, that's some pretty good key savings. Not only that, but our processes will also allow them to save in their foreign payment processes. So wherever they need to send money, we're going to be able to do that as well. Now, what you see here on the slide is an overview of the core products that we're going to offer. There's two main families of products that we're going to offer. The first being our foreign exchange products and the mobile solution. So this is what gets me kind of excited about the whole opportunity as well. At any given time, you're going to have demand for a currency or for a pair of currencies. Right here on the board, you're going to see that there's a demand for a Canadian request for a Canadian amount and a request for a US dollar amount. They go online onto our system, book a transaction, book an amount that they want to exchange. Then what happens is we process that through our banking systems. Right now we're dealing with Bank of Montreal. And then we send the funds directly back out to them, and they receive the cash that they've requested. Now, this whole process is currently up to date with the most competitive and efficient transfer methods. It takes about 1 to 3 days for an individual or a business to receive those funds. And we have a number of ways that we're going to look at later on how that's accomplished. There's electronic funds transfer, there's bill payments. With the bill payments, we've actually set up networks already, and we've achieved this through a lot of negotiation with our banking partners. So we're currently set up with all of the credit unions, HSBC, as well as a few other big banks. So that's a key thing.
So what we have shown you today is a very, very tangible pain, the pain of Forex transaction fees. You and I have both felt the pain of having to pay those fees when we're just paying somebody to push buttons on a computer to convert some cash. Our solution to this is the peer-to-peer model, which we have already developed. It has finished beta testing, so we are in the middle of commercializing this core Forex service right now. The investment opportunity that we have presented to you today is for $1 million, which will help us commercialize a Forex service, the first currency pair, US dollars and Canadian. It will also help us develop the multi-currency system, which is expected to be completed by the end of this year, if we are on schedule. Now, the pre-money, I did not forget to fill it in. It's because we have as a team have a good idea of how much this opportunity is worth. What's more important for us is how much our potential investors think it's worth. Because we don't want to throw up a random number over there and then drive you away without having a decent conversation.